We are back. Round 2 fight. Oh, hey, how are you? How was lunch? Lunch was good. Lunch was good. I had leftovers, but they were ever so yummy leftovers. So, it was good. How's everyone's day going? I've been nonstop trucking. Nonstop trucking. All right. Took like a three hour nap. Damn, dude. It's a flex. All right. Some of us don't get that opportunity. All right. Not all of us get to take naps, but that's okay. How is everyone doing? No, I'm not. I'm sitting here menacingly. There's a very, very large difference. Daffodil, hello. Juju, welcome back. You're babysitting. Ooh, hello. Hello, children. How are you? Cooking lamb. Ooh. Some chops. Let's go. Let's go. Well, F. Oh, man. How's everyone's day going? If I didn't see you this morning, hello. Things have happened. We've been in the midst of said things. Big Mac Sloppy Joes are happening tonight. Let's go. I need photos. Take better photos than I did so that way I can see them. Yeah. Izu, hello. Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you. No, you don't. Cassidy, hello. What's up, Sarash? I think as soon as I said my face feeling weird, it started to feel weird. Oh my God. Well, maybe if you stop cutting it. Getting big gashes in your face hole. Ayushi, hello. How are you? Looking forward to the grind tomorrow. We have things we can work towards now. So I don't know what that entails, like as in the amount of blood points we need, but it's weird to say we need blood points and we're talking about Phasmo. Well, my bad. That's okay. We'll forgive you. DJ, good to see you. Hi, Mr. Song. Yeah, now we have a couple more cards to go for. We have a new badge to go for the campsites. We have a new badge to get for going for Sunny Meadows. We got work to do. DBD PTSD. Yeah, it's a condition. Definitely get on Fast tomorrow. Yeah, definitely do it. But welcome back. If you weren't here this morning, the Phasmophobia Halloween event, we have been messing with it because we've had early access. I'm going to start it up right now. It releases publicly tomorrow. What to do for said badges? Just beat that investigation. By beat, I mean figure out what the ghost is. It's the same thing as the lighthouse keep the lighthouse one. It's the same exact thing. You just go in, get the ghost correct, and get out. You don't even have to do it on a certain difficulty. It doesn't matter. You just have to get the ghost correct. That's it.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Does anyone know if Sunny Restricted counts towards the ID? I would say probably not. Unless it specifies something like that, I would just assume no. I would assume no. Amateur friendly ghost, got it? Yeah, if you want to. Yeah. You absolutely could. Phoenix, hello. What's up, Morgan? Whoa, very first live stream of the day. Oh, hi. Hey, how are you? Hey, Broken, how are you? How was the early morning? It was fine. I honestly, I got to sleep at a decent hour yesterday. When I say decent, I mean like midnight-esque, maybe. That's for me decent, I guess. So waking up this morning wasn't that bad. Wasn't too bad. You got a hangman today. Let's go. Haven't had one of them in years. In years. Human Aid, thank you for the 9 months. I still have yet to pull a hangman card. Oh my God. Yeah, Phoenix, I haven't had one in a long time. I don't know if it feels like the odds have gone down. It feels like the odds have gone down. I don't know how the hell that works. I don't know. Finally getting to sleep. Probably when I started up. Oh, maybe. But yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to be going through the maps again. Checking out all the things. We'll go look at the event board. We'll go do all the stuff. Didn't pull my first one until 200 hours. I mean, yes, it is obviously a minimal chance to begin with. But still. Yeah. Withering Witch. Hello. Did you get a new trophy? No, we're not done. Oh, no. No, there's no new trophy yet. We have to wait for the community to help us beat this. We don't have a chance. Not yet. Let me get into this. I'll show you what I mean. Talking about this right here. Right, this right here. Look at this. Look at this. No, we have not gotten to 0.01% yet. No. Galaxy, hello, welcome in. Yeah. Had to make the cards my cursed object and just started pulling. That's honestly, that's one of the best ways to do it. If you have certain tarot cards that you have not pulled and you need it to complete your deck over here, like let's say you're missing the Hanged Man card, if you make the cards your cursed possession and then you go into a map like Edgefield or something where they're close to the front door, pull until you get it. If you don't get it, just do it again. Yeah, it doesn't have to be on any certain difficulty, man. We need to see it. Listen, if we get it to 0.01, I'm gonna be shocked. It's gonna be a lot of blood points, man. Broken, thank you for gifting us up to Miss Sayushi. Thank you. Time is in the US. If you ever need to know what time it is for me, if you do !time, it will give you my local time. There you go. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Phoenix. Yep. If you pull a Hanged Man on Friendly Ghost, does it end you? No, it would either turn into a full card or it would just dissipate and then deuces, see you later. Morgan loves OnlyFans. I believe this. Hi, Rayla. How are you? Yes. So this, if you haven't seen it, if you missed it, I have a patch video that is live right now. And I also have a lobby video that is live going over all the stuff. By the way, there's something we didn't look at when we streamed that I had to go look at while I was offline to add to the video for the lobby. You know what we didn't do? You know what we didn't do? Does it work for exclamation point address? No, the only way to get that command to work is if you gift 100 subs. And then it will be a random number. Yeah. Yeah, that's how that works. All right, look. Okay. I think that was the entire audio. Thanks. Hate it. Oh my God. Is Pam there? Yeah, she's still there. Where's she at? Yeah, she's chilling. Leo, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you, dude. She's chilling. She's still good. She's twerking. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Posters? Oh, you haven't seen this yet. Oh, you haven't seen the event posters? So, the significance with these being, these are 3 badges that you unlock by playing the game, by just playing on that map. Lighthouse Keeper. It's weird. It's like this. It's like this goes over top of these 2, but under this one. Yeah. Did you look at the other challenges? What other challenges? What you mean? Yeah, it clips a bit. Yeah, I think it goes under this. You can tell too, because look. Well, no. Where was it? Was it Blood Moon? Yeah. You see how the progress bar goes over top of this? Yeah. The Ranger and the Sunny. Well, yeah. Did I see these? No, I missed it. There's nothing there for me. You know what that tells me? That tells me there's somebody that hasn't been watching my videos. Self-report. Self-report. Hey, streamer, did you look at the screen? Yeah, I did. I posted this morning. It's fine. Yeah, we know what they do. It's just like the Lighthouse Keeper. So Lighthouse Keeper, you can see that we've completed this because we have it. You complete Point Hope 50 times getting the ghost correct. Correctly identify the ghost and survive. You don't have to worry about objectives. You don't have to worry about photos. You don't have to worry about any of that if you don't want to. If you want to grind just for this card, you can, and just get the ghost right. And you do that same thing on Maple Lodge, Camp Woodwind to get this one, and then Sunny Meadows to get this one. So there we go. Hey, Catman, welcome in, dude. Can't wait to be able to tell how many times I've played on Point Hope. I don't know, man. It felt like I played on it forever for this to happen. Yeah. Song, don't leave, I swear, please. And you also have the ability to now look at what the apocalypse challenge stuff is too, which is fantastic. And then there's this. Okay, that wasn't the noise that I heard. I might be crazy. I swear to God, I heard like a liquidy noise. I was like, I don't know why that sounds like that. Show the lighthouse badge? Yeah. Your lighthouse badge is in your special badges. It is this one. Squishy paper. Ugh. Ugh. A little squishy. Juju, thank you for the biddies. Yeah, it's nice. Listen, you get the badge just for playing the game. This one, where's that? This one you get by doing the Easter egg at Point Hope, which takes you less than 10 minutes. One of the best ID cards in the entire game. One of the best. Oh, thank you, Siraj. Thank you, Tax. I love it. I love it. What does the Point Hope key look like? A key. That's at Point Hope. Here, I'll describe it to you. So the Point Hope key, it's got this little rounded top on the thing and then a stem. And then at the end of the stem, you've got like the normal like little key guy there. I feel like I painted a good picture. So a key. Correct. Can we do the Point Hope thing with Friendly Ghost? You absolutely can. Yes. Yes. You can do all of those. You can do every single one of these in Friendly Ghost if you want to. If you just want to figure out the ghost and you don't want to worry about hunting and you want to do it with 150% player speed, unlimited sprint, all that jazz, go ahead. You won't obviously gain any XP or money for it, but you could get the badge. So if you don't care about XP and money, there you go. Wasn't expecting to get here to a key tutorial. I was asked what the key looked like. Sorry, I'm here to deliver. Damn, dude. Trying to hurt my DoorDash reviews? Cosmic, thank you for the gifted sub. I was choked. I was asked and I delivered. Good gravy. All right. Let me get the other things cracking and then we'll get in some games. We'll go into these Blood Moon. Into these Blood Moon. Round 2 fight. That's right. Song had too much karaoke. I was watching. I had them up on my TV. I was like, honey, listen to this. I'm not DiGiorno. How dare you? How dare you? All right, that looks good. All right. All should be well. All right, where are we going first? Which one do you want? Some of you guys might not have seen any of this yet, so let me know. We can always leave out Papa Smurf Mayor. Wow, be kind. Wow, guys. Be kind. Prison. It doesn't have Blood Moon. The only maps that have Blood Moon are the ones that have the Blood Moon on them. These do not, and we can't choose it as a weather type yet. So, Point Hope, Edge, Grafton, Willow. Sunny Meadows, nailed it. Right on the head. You just exactly what we just said. Go back to Willow. Dude, listen. Willow's my favorite map to begin with. Willow with Blood Moon. I think I might do professional just so we can see everything. Do my best. 100% nailed it. Well, the other maps have all the creepy stuff. I'm going to assume no. But because I'm assuming this is just all event related. So the only thing that we'll see with the Blood Moon weather is just going to be the weather outside and maybe the red lights. That's just a guess though. I don't know for sure. So like all the candles and the paper on the walls, I would assume are not going to be there. If they are, that's awesome. I love the candles on the stairs. The candles on the stairs is great. Holy hell. Being able to walk around and know where you're going by looking at the candles. Mint. Mint. What's up, Ellen? All right, let's go check out Willow Street for some more fun. Upgraded salt. Don't care. Don't care. Let's rock. Good things, good things. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Nice level, by the way. Oh, what level was I? Was I the level? Oh, J Todd. 8475. We need motion sensor, parabolic, and coolest event. Level 69. All right. Well, we're never playing ever again. We're just going to sit in the lobby. The captions thought I said Lysol. That makes sense. Gaga, how's your day going, friend? I seen Stu. I seen Stu. Hi, break. All right. So this is professional, but it is Blood Moon. So we don't know exactly what the weather does yet. Other than makes the ghost go cuckoo crazy with events and stuff. We're pretty sure that there's a certain sanity drain. We don't know what. Am I excited for tomorrow? For what? This your normal FOV? Yeah, I have it all the way open. I always have it set to 90. Tomorrow's the release of Blood Moon, bro? Well, I'm playing it right now, bro. Like, I mean, I'm excited for the community to have it, yes. I mean, did you think that this was all normal? But are you excited for tomorrow? I mean, I guess so, yeah, sure. My God, stop being in the bathroom. Don't you dare. That's a ghost fart. No, you sick bastard. Looks normal to me. That's how my house looks all the time. Just got off work. How's the update? It's really good, Nikki. Yeah, the Blood Moon stuff. The ghosts are freaking wacky. You get the update early. By being, if you're a Kinetic partner, you get some of these updates 24 hours early. Yeah. All right, get that guy, get that guy, get that guy. Get the ghost died while pooping. This is like the third time on Willow during this event where I've had the ghost in the bathroom. I don't understand. How can you fastly get money and XP by setting the difficulty very, very high and completing it over and over again very quickly? That will get you at fastly, very much so, speed. Fast. Like, speed. Fast. Nailed it. You taking a spooky doogie? What do you got? Let's assume yes. Why do you keep bothering the ghost in the bathroom? Because I was hired to do that. It's literally my job. They hired me to come find out what this ghost is. Just because it's in the bathroom doesn't mean I can just sit outside the bathroom and wait. My sanity is already at 71. Well, we did get ghost farted on, so that does take away 10. But we lost 20% already just from being in there. Yeah. An arco. They're everywhere. Wait, my turn? I mean, listen. I got you covered. Hey, ghost, you should show up for the photo. I wouldn't mind missing a ghost photo if the ghost was in the photo with the thing. That'd be sick. I'm down. Hey. Hey. Come on. Whatever. Did you see some dude skis? Ooh. Of writing. Do you get income from being a content creator for Kinetic Games? That's actually something that's recently changed. Yeah, where there is a monetary perk for streaming and making videos as an ad or a sponsorship for Kinetic Games. So technically, yeah, I do. Beautiful Nightmare, yes, I did. Hello, are you taking a poo-op? Oh, I can hear the other thing on the other side of the wall. Hey, they said you were Dots. Are you Dots? What's up, Ninja? You're gonna hunt me, aren't you? Hey, Fancy, how are you? No? Nothing? Why are you so calm? I don't like it. Don't forget your... Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Earlier we said please, and it actually showed up. It's not doing anything. Is this what a blood moon shade is like? Wonder if the... Yeah, the difficulty... I'm not sure either. We're also really curious about that. what the weather type is going to do to the multiplier if this makes the ghost that crazy. Oh, come on, man. Why didn't you show up when I was there? It's not fair. It's a Dio or a Thay. All right. I'll get rid of this. Get rid of that. That. It's either orbs or spirit box. Well, I don't think I see. Oh, this is our time. Oh, this is our time. This is where we can get a really, 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 really good look at the ghost. This is our moment. This is where we fight. All right. Sensor and parabolic. Damn, I keep getting that too. Oh. We think it's a Dio. Gabby, hello, thank you. Did you set the font in the journal to that, or is that just that's just the way that it is? Yeah. Unless we're able to change the font. I'm not aware of it. Oh, drop my papers. All right, put this over here just in case it hunts on top of us and then like insta kills us or something stupid. Let's go get. God damn it, Papa Smurf. Where are you? Oh God! What? Where are you? Are you near?
Taken away.
Where are you? It scared the shit out of me. Where are you? Are you near?
Close next.
Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Taking a wee. Where are you? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Where are you? Where did you go? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Did it go in here? I don't want to turn this light off. I don't want to turn the light off because it's going to hunt. And when it hunts, I want this red light to be on. Oh, thank you, Papa Smurf. Appreciate you, homie. And unfortunately, we have these. This is such a risk. Because if I pull those and I get the Hanged Man card, then we just threw away a Dio. Is it worth throwing away a Dio? Risk it? Can I pull them after it hunts? Oh, look. See, I lose my sanity. Oh, it goes for it. Oh, no. I can't believe it. Okay, that's rude. I think we wait for the hunt. I sit here like this. It can't spawn on top of us. Okay. Okay. Probably the only thing that'll try. Just one card, man. First one's free. Just give it a pull. Come on. Oh, you're a shadow. Nobody cares. Take away my sanity. Wee. Mama sends hello. Give me this guy. We're gonna get a good look at this bastard. You ain't cool unless you pull the tarot cards. Hey, Hoagie. Yeah, the event's really, really cool. By the way, I did get more information about what we feel is going to be happening with the different stages. I'm fairly certain that all the stages are going to be the same. It's just... Ow! It's just that you get the different... Oh, damn. You get the different reward by completing each stage. Event! Yes, it is. Oh, you're right here. Right here. We're gonna stop this just so it... Oh, God damn. Oh, he's freaking out, man. I was expecting him to continue walking slowly. Nope, he said that. Oh, man. Time to grab all the firelights. I don't have the tier 3s. I have tier 2s. They're not that great. They're not that impressive. Oh, I need the parabolic microphone. Oh, yeah. Now the cards. Yes, I'll pull the damn cards. Promise is a promise. What do you have to do for this event? So for this event, you need to collect blood points. And how you do that is by going into the maps, getting the ghost correct, completing side objectives, and taking photos of totems. Now, something to note with taking photos of the totems, which is this guy right here. We destroyed it, which is a shitty centered photo. Oh, I thought I saw the ghost in the background. I was like, you sneaky bastard. To take a photo of a totem and have it disappear, you have to have room inside of your journal. If you take 10 photos and then try to take photos of it, it won't count anymore. We think it's 10 points for getting the ghost correct, 2 points per objective, and then 1 point for each totem that you take a photo of. No, there's multiple totems in the maps and you don't know how many there's going to be. They're randomly spawned. You just got to find them. There's another one in here that we haven't taken a photo of yet. So I'm going to go get the parabolic. Get this just in case. Already got one of those. Yeah. Any difficulty? I believe so. It does not state anything about it needing to be a specific difficulty. Sanity? I want my sanity to be low. Well, I mean, do I need it to... I mean, it would give us another chance to hunt. You know what? I'm going to let him hunt. You've heard up to 7? Sheesh. I have not seen that. I've had 4. Is it worth the totems though? You just take I mean, honestly, if you have the ability to quickly go over and take a photo of it, I think so. Not a difficult thing to do. Dude, this looks like some big freaking monster when you walk in here. Love the tinted lights. I do too. Like a big old spooter. And it just pooped in the sink. Great. Hey, Uper, what's up? Came over TikTok after seeing the streams over there. The amount of knowledge you have in the game, it's insane. I appreciate you. Hey, Cardinal, you're good. We're not doing viewer games, Fifi. No, if I reach my goal over on Twitch this month, then we'll do viewer games. Can't wait, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm excited to do this event with friends. Oh, it's you again. Here. Calm down, Grandpa. Calm down, Grandpa. Here, you come this way. Come this way, Gramps. Ka-chow. Shit, I missed. Ka-chow. Fuck, I missed again. Last chance. Shit. I don't care about the perfect game. Honestly, I'm worried about getting the totems. Turn off this, turn off that. Oh, I didn't smudge him, did I? Oh yeah, I missed it. All right. Whatever. Oh, rude. Absolutely rude. Oh my God, what's up, dude? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Why is it taking you so long? Where did you come from? Ah, sorry, I had to stop off at the neighbor's house. Perfect timing. We have a Dio. Oh, he was flushing. Oh, well, damn. You can get a good look at his eyeballs. Look. Look at him. Welcome in, friends. Hello from Germany. Hello, how are you? For those that are curious, I am located in the East Coast of the United States. Welcome in. Classic red-eye Dio. I know. Dio on the red eye. All right. Oh, that's mean. It farted. I hope you had a great stream, man. What did you think about the update? Hi, Grandpa. Hey. Good to see you. Oh, I lost the cards. Shit, he's gone. You need to stream until we get... Listen, we were just talking about that. About getting to the 0.01%. I don't know how much that's going to take. It's going to hunt me. I thought that was it. I haven't pulled a Hangman card in eons. Eons. Hi. What you doing? His voice is much better. I don't define better. That doesn't sound better. What do you mean? Dude needs a CPAP ASAP. Slow-mo zone. That's right. That's right. No speeding in this room. You slow it down in here, mister. Oh, did they take away the... Oh, wait. No, they didn't. It's right there. Stop farting on me. Hey, got all our sanity back. All right. Well, I have that. We're going to go take a quick photo of that totem. Friend, if you need to go, if you have to go take a break, go to sleep. If you need to just go get food, go potty. Please, please, please take care of yourself, friend. What did I do with my photo camera, by the way? Anybody? Any takers? I dropped it, I saw it, and then I forgot about it. Grandma has asthma? I don't think that's grandma. Oh, it's right there. Got it. Thank you. Yep. Thank you, Fury. Yep. God, I hate this door now. I hate you. This door used to be a push. It's a pull now. But wait, I heard another totem though. Is it basement maybe? Hey, Courtney. Will it for... I don't know. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Make sure I get rid of a couple of the bad photos we got here. Oh, that was very, very close to me. It's given a tier 1. 1 month or permanent. It's 1 month. Okay, 3. I have a smudge, right? Okay, good. Food has been acquired. What are you eating? Look, there's another. Was this 4 for this map? Damn. And a massive boner? Oh my goodness gracious. It must be our birthday. Someone already struggles with the push-pull doors. I know. I know. Well, you get into a habit of going in and out of a room, knowing which way you go with the door. So the fact that some of them have changed, it throws me off. It throws me off. Yeah. No, you know what? No, I'm not interested. Yeah, if you were gifted a sub, it'll end a month from today. Yeah. All right, well, there's no point in a perfect game because we have a 2-star. We have the ghosty. We've got all the things. We saw it hunt. That's what matters. I got all the objectives. Yeah. Okay, we can leave. Think you missed one in the back room? I don't think so. I got the one in the back room. And in the back left room, there wasn't one. Oh, my. Oh, little Dio. Oh, no, 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 no. I have more cards to pull. Forgot. Sorry. Dad brain. My bad. That is my bad. No. And you call yourself a pro? No, I don't. Useless. Oh, you booger. I guess we don't need them. We're fine. Just not going to happen, man. Not going to happen. What does the devil do? It's an event. The tower card, what it does right now is it increases activity depending on what sanity you have. The lower your sanity, the more the interactions are increased. So if you have high sanity and you pull cards because you're like, ooh, this could give us some information. If you pull a tower card, it's basically useless. What it used to do is it used to cause an instant interaction. They removed that, reason being is that sometimes there's not things near the ghost where it can interact with. And then we countered with, but then what is the voodoo doll for? Because the voodoo doll causes an instant interaction no matter what. I don't know. Zephyrx, thank you for the 13-month prime. Gene, welcome and thank you for the follow. CCTV is a bit. Yeah, we haven't fixed that yet, I see. Yeah, it's not fixed yet. How do you get early access? By being a Kinetic partner. All right, well, we pulled all the cards. We did what we could. All right. Where are you going? Is there a trophy for the event? Yes. Yes, there will be. You just can't get it yet. So when you go and look at the board over here and you look at the blood moon, there's 3 stages of this. Once we complete one stage, we get that reward, move on to the next. So each time it is identify ghost, complete optional objective, photograph any totems you find to get more blood points. You get 10 blood points for getting the ghost correct. You get 2 blood points for getting every optional objective. So a total of 6 you can gain in one map. And then a photograph of any totem, which will get you 1 blood point. So add all that up. It is a community. It is a communal event. So that means that for stage 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. We are all working together to try and get as many as we can, as fast as we can to unlock these rewards. Once we get enough blood points to finish off stage 1, we can collect the Blood Moon ID card. Once we do stage 2, we get the upgraded ID card, but my guess, animated. Step 3, we get the Blood Moon trophy and the Blood Moon weather post event unlocked permanently. So you can make it Blood Moon anytime you want, as long as you're doing a custom. Yeah, and we have till November 13th to complete these goals. We have time remaining here to get them all done. Yep, teamwork. Teamwork. If you miss anything, as long as the event is, this is really important. As long as the event is still going on, if you miss any part of it, it doesn't matter. As long as the event is still going on, when you log into the game, you can collect all the rewards. So, oh, I wasn't around for stage 1 or stage 2. What do I do? You can still collect it. Is this connected to everybody? This is going to be everybody. Everybody. Yeah, and then once we finish it, stage 1, you can collect it by going over here. Yep. Yes, sir. 'Tis the info. With console 2. I believe so. Yeah. Everybody. All of us. Looking forward to the trophy. Me too. Yeah, there's already a spot over here for it. They moved over these two to make room for the third. But we obviously have no idea what it looks like yet. We don't know. Hey, Informant, thank you for the prime, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah. By the way, I use an OBS filter to brighten these up because if you don't, this is what it looks like in game when you click on these trophies. It's really, really dark. So a little OBS filter will pop that right up. You could hop in the game on the last day and claim everything. Yeah. You certainly can. Yes, sir. OSW, thank you for the follow. Someone who plays console and obviously hasn't played this yet. What are some tips that I'll need? Well, I think if you're playing for the first time and you're going to be hard focusing on this event, what's going to make this tough is people are going to be too wrapped up in all of the details of the event itself instead of trying to learn how to play the game. I would focus on trying to learn how to figure out what the ghost is by figuring out how to use this equipment. So learning how to use all of your equipment, extremely important. Obviously, this is all of it. This is tier 1, 2, and 3. But understanding what the equipment does, do the training. It's helpful. It's not the craziest thing in the world, but it's fine. Watch videos, research, go to the Discord, the Phas Discord. If you have questions, if you're not sure about something, there's people there that'll probably answer. Understanding where to hide, extremely important. Knowing how to find the ghost, really important. How do you hide? There's specific hiding places like closets, lockers, behind bins that are tall enough for you to crouch below and you can't see the ghost. For finding the ghost, getting your power on, checking out the temperature that's going out throughout the house or whatever map you're on. When the longer the power's on, the warmer the house will get and the colder the room will be where the ghost is. So if you have 20 degrees Celsius in one room and 3 degrees Celsius in another, the ghost is in the 3 degrees Celsius room. Yeah. Screw teamwork. What were these other badges? It's the same thing as the Point Hope one. It's just you do this one on either Maple Lodge or Camp Woodwind and this one on Sunny Meadows. So if I go do if I do Camp Woodwind right now and I get the ghost correct, this should go up by 1. So let's actually do that real quick. We'll go do one at Camp Woodwind and then we'll go back to one of the Blood Moons. We'll pepper it in. We'll pepper it in. Come from the Minecraft YouTubes. Oh my God. Just got the game for me and family last week. Having a blast. Quick question. Do you think having the multiplayer ability for different people to take pictures of the same salt is a bug? No, I think it's intended. No, I think it's intended. I think it's supposed to be that way. Louise, hello. What's up, Ryan? Thank you, champ. Yeah, the event goes public for everybody tomorrow. Yeah, no worries, Miss Aisha. You're good. Alrighty. So this is not obviously Blood Moon. This is just a normal, good old fashioned. We'll go back to the Blood Moon after this one. But this is going to contribute towards our Ranger badge. So that's why the percentage isn't going up. That is correct. Because the amount of blood points we need, I imagine, to make that move is a crap ton. But if you have thousands of people all doing it at once, it will move. Yeah, Sean, that's correct. It's a regular old crap moon. Hi, Dahlia. Hello again, friend. All right. Jane, photo, incense, and 25. Well, this is going to be a normal ghost that'll probably kill me. Slender? No Slender. But of course it's raining. I guess we're just stuck with rain for the rest of the day. Good times. Armadillo Man, Anton, welcome in. Appreciate you guys. Alien, how are you? Thanks for all the follows, guys. It's great to have ya. If you've never been here before, this is your first time. I have early access because I'm a Kinetic partner. Been playing Phas consistently for 3 years and then some. I've been making content for it for years. Imagine if they have Slender have raw. If Slender had red eyes, oh, that would be so good. That would be so good. I'd be down. Gaga, you're new. Yeah, that's true. Well, we got that guy. I haven't heard anything. He straws hello. Been playing this since it's launched. Well, do you meet the partner requirements? No, Pamela. Ma'am. Where was that knock? Where was it? It's over here somewhere. Okay. Good enough. Where do I check? The Phas Discord. I'm pretty sure there's literally a channel called, let's see, Partner Applications. Yeah. All right. Yes. Spicy, spicy. Put this there. Put that there. We're on pro right now just so that way we can honestly just enjoy ourselves. I heard it knock on a log, but I don't know which one it knocked on. If it did, I don't think we have phalanges. Either that or it knocked on that post. Yeah, I was playing Nightmare earlier. Yeah. Didn't even think about it, and I'm sitting here looking for a third piece of evidence. She did something. What's up, Umi? Oh, gross. She's in the worst part of the entire map. Not good. Not good for me, not good for you, not good for anybody. Good for her, I guess. If she wants them hugs. Sandy's still fine. Andrew, hello, how are you? Was the worst part of her being here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Yeah, I was right there with her. Yeah. Gyros are delicious. What's the worst part? Yes. If you're asking me what the worst part is about the ghost being in this area, floating boner, then the worst part is that she can really be anywhere. That is the worst part. Excuse me? Did I not just place a book down? Hello? Dude, I'm losing it. I swear to God, I thought I picked up the book. I thought I guess I didn't? She didn't know. She didn't throw it. If she would have threw it, it would have been closed. Yeah. You did. Okay. Wait. Okay. Now I'm extra confused. Wait. Wait. Hold on. I went to go pick up that book and the book was open and placed. Can I please confirm? I picked it up. I went to place it. all of a sudden, it was just open and back across again. Yeah, if you have any good home recommendations, I would appreciate it, Chinggis. Thank you. Listen, man, you don't have to worry about mowing lawns or anything. That's a great time. You picked it up and put it back down and then got the dots. Okay. Okay. I saw the thing. In this area, floating boner. What's the worst part? Yes. If you're asking me what the worst part is about the ghost being in this area, floating boner, then the worst part is that she can really be anywhere. That is the worst part. Excuse me? Okay, do we actually see it disappear? Oh, what the? By the way, if you use J and L, you can go forward and backward on VODs and clips. Where's the book? That is the worst part. Okay, I go to place it here, right? Or did I? God damn it. If you're asking me what the worst part is about the ghost being in this area, floating boner, then the worst part is that she can really be anywhere. Damn floating boners. Okay. 25 speed. So that was me placing the book down. And it's just gone. But when we continue forward, what? Check the truck. I've only taken one book. The other one is still here. Okay. I don't know what the hell that was. All right, well, note it. Thank you, Alger, for the clip. I'll make sure to send it to him. I don't know if that's like a, yeah, we know. Wait, what? Yeah, we know. Thank you. Thank you for... Oh, hey, the book is still there. That's neat. I guess we have to check that every time now. Like, now I'm curious. Is there a quicksand over here somewhere? Where's it at? Where's it at? Hey, how are you? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Are you close? Are these the hallucinations they speak of? Is this horror 2.0? Damn it, Pam. You think you put the book down. No, you didn't. Is this a banshee? Do I have any evidence at all Who are you people? You know what? I'm having lasagna for dinner. That's something to look forward to. God. All right, maybe we can get a banshee scream. Maybe we'll get lucky. If it is a banshee, it's weird looking at the text, trying to find the names now. Ultraviolet, ghost orbs, and dots. Was there? Did we have stuff and thing? Who's cooking? The wifey. She makes a good Lizette. Huh. Oh, hi, bestie. All right. I thought I heard that. Steppies? Stippies? Stompies? Shit. I need you to walk more than one step, though. At least it gets rid of a wraith. Oh, come on. That was such a tease. I don't think it's UV, though. Someone smell a banshee? Kind of. Oh, she definitely walked in these. All right. No, there's no UV. No ultra. It's not you. Oni or Raiju? I mean, it's pretty eventy. Has it farted on us? I don't think it has. Get these two. No, I don't think so. All right, let's go check for freezing. I don't know where I put the other thermometer, so we're going to go bring this one inside. We saw the dots in person. -5 degrees. All right, it's an Oni. Photo, cleanse, and 25. All right, we're at 80. That's right. We're going to go in here. She's going to show up for a photo. It's going to be so good. Watch this. Pamela, I demand your presence. Please. Sorry. I teach my kids better than that. Come on, man. Let's go get the other dots. Oh, how I ruined your count. I ruined your count. Let's try that. And nothing. I know. She's gonna show up when I'm not ready for her. Pancakes. Here, I know what you want. That's what you want. You want a mood. I'll get you a mood. She's not a cat. We can't pss her. Pam! Pamela! Oh, you booger. Hey! Maybe we could better place the dots? Here, let's put it over here. Let's try this. She's walking over here a lot. Just tell her to show yourself. That doesn't work. I tried. They told me to use my manners. Pamela, if you'd be ever so kind to reveal the presence of you. What are manners? If I'd know. Ma'am? You know what? Wait. Oh, no. You're not getting me. Not today. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Jane, come by the fire. It's nice and toasty. I'll play a song. Oh, she did. No, wait. No. But I need an event. Pamela. I don't want to. Damn. Oh my God. She didn't like the song. I could play her a different one. I know all kinds of songs. Here, Pam. Do you know Dots? It's my new pickup. Gotta sing with it. I said maybe. Pam, would you please show up? Oh my God. Sing the campfire song. Which one? There's so many. I'm leaving. Sick of your shenanigans. I'm done with you, Pam. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'll miss you. I missed the door. We'll try again. Here we go. She said maybe. Got her. Yeah, that's right. I just threatened to leave. I threatened to remove friendship. She's pissed. She's angry. Cleanse 25. Well, we're almost at 25. I think we could, oh, there's ads. Oh, shit. We'll wait. We'll wait. There we go. Here. She doesn't want to let you go. No, please stay. I love you. All right, it worked, though. I got the job done. Hey, Mal, how are you? She is very emotionally attached. Just emotionally manipulate. That's right. Can you show the thing at Point Hope again? I feel I fell asleep earlier and missed it. What thing do you mean, Jane? Which one? Which ting? That could be many tings. Juju, thank you for gifting a sub. Thank you, friend. Getting hit by a peanut butter chocolate ad? Oh, it sounds good. Sounds good. I'm good, Mal. How are you? The key. The Easter egg. Oh, I have a video on it. I don't know where it is. I need to make commands for certain videos, but I have a video on it if that's easier. Dread. Hello, Dread. How you be, Fran? Good to see you. No, you're good, Alex. You're fine. Oh, but with the blood moon. Oh, yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I don't know. I wasn't that impressed. Because it's not meant to mix. The blood moon event, mixing it with the Easter egg of Point Hope, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. We're waiting for ads to complete. So 1 more minute and then we'll be good. I don't want people to miss the things. Yeah, when ads play, we try to wait when we can. Take a 1,200 milligram of ibuprofen. Oh, man. I hope you feel better, Siraj. Oh, I'll blow out the fire. Aw. The wings were good? Oh, you had wangs? You had some wangs? Oh, you guys played golf last night? Oh, I'm sure Dread just destroyed everybody. Per the usual. Yeah, we're close. From where? Who had wings? Give! All right, now they're done. All right, we're back. Hello. I was waiting for the ads. If you were stuck in ads, we wait. We try to wait whenever we can. I saw them. I seen them. Boop, 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 boop. Thank you for waiting. Of course. I do my best to. There's times where I can't. It's just not possible. But I try to whenever I can. Oh, let's see. Making lasagna while watching. Oh, you're having lasagna too? Ooh, good stuff. Oh, golf with friends is so fun. Ed, welcome in. All right, what do I need to do? Oh, our sanity is low. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's going to hunt. It's an Oni. It's going to be more visible for sure. We need to go check the hiding. Yeah. Yeah, even Flash played. Yeah. So are Mare and I. When's dinner? In a bit. Floating banner. Oh, you're coming to visit for the lasagna. You'll have to talk to Mrs. Flash about that. Listen, this game, this one we're in right now really threw us for a loop. Why is it not hunting? No, I don't want any. No. Leave me alone, you bully. F off, pancakes. Why are you always crawling at me? Jesus, dude. She had some speed. Northern, thank you for the 10 months. We play with viewers. Yeah, if we usually, like typically if we hit our monthly, I'll set aside time for viewer games. Would you open the F up? I hate this gate so much. She just wants my book. No, it's mine. What if I come back and it's gone again? Son of a... Damn it, Pamela. My sanity dropped enough? No. Where's my photo camera? Wait, do I have to worry about it? I mean, I could. Colin, hello. I saw you. Was it earlier today? No, yesterday. It was yesterday. You were playing Sunny Meadows, doing all the things. Sunny Meadows with the tings. Enjoying it? Yeah, it's really, really cool. The event has been pretty cool so far. Oh, here's the Crucimi fix. How'd you dodge that? Oh, shut up. Mom, where's my camera? I need to stop putting it down. I don't know where it is. They pay you to say that? It's only $50. It's not a big deal. It's fine. Bro, stop shutting off my juice. Oh no, do I already have a photo of her? Son of a bitch. Pay $50 to say nice things. Just saying, man. Dad brain, I know. Why'd you see one more? No, I already have a photo of you. No, I don't want it. Go away. Thank you for the prime, Moonchild. Appreciate you, Fred. these. Take one of those. Take one of these with one of those with a side of one of those. All right, you're pretty active. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, my heart. No, Pam, wait. She's like, oh, trade? I heard a trade. My God. Ray Lad. Hello, friend. How are you? What you playing? Phasmo? What are you doing? Ma'am, I need one more photo. Right? Yeah, ma'am, I need one more photo. Walkie walkie. Hello? No, you can't, E-Man. You don't have access to the Halloween event yet. Ma'am? Ma'am? I know. Now she disappears. Like a toss of an object, literally anything. Oh, thank you. What a sweet hat. There we go. All right, bye. Have a great time. Oni. All right, now we'll go to one of the blood moons. Well, one of the blood moon maps. Does a photo of her and Dots count as a ghost photo? Yeah, it certainly does.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Upgraded photo camera. Let's go. Let's go. Outside blood moon map? No, all the blood moon maps are inside. But you will get to do blood moon as a weather type after the event is over. As long as we reach the goal. As long as we reach the goal, which I imagine we will. All right, let's go. All right. Point Hope. Little Point Hope. Excited for the new weather type. I don't think they're going to do it. I would just really like it if they decorated these other maps during the blood moon like they did the current ones that we have. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Super cool. Angry Cheetah, thank you for the 7 months. Hello.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly.
Appreciate this up, friend. How are you? Oh, Marsha. Sensor, hunt, and crucifix. Let's go. Do you know the goal requirements? No. But I do know what the new key looks like. No, we have no idea what the goal requirements are. They don't list them. All we have is a percentage. You don't have an actual number. Yeah. So we do with what we can. I'm a potato. Oh, thank you for the goo sticker. If you guys type join in chat, you could win a goo sticker from the merch store. Yeah, look at the blood moon weather. Look at it. Look at it. How much money do you have? I have no idea. I never look. I never actually look. Thank you for the gifted goo sticker to chat. What are the conditions to get the photo of the ghost with dots? I mean, just take a photo of it in the dots. Why are they spamming join? Because it seems like the cool thing to do at the time. Yeah. Your description before was so accurate. I thought so. It looks just like a key. It's got a rounded guy with a little thingy sticking at the end there. Nailed it. Nailed it. Oh, look, Super, you won. GG's. Click the link. Peer pressure into spam joining, and they won. Look at that. What do I think the code is to open the van? What a great question. Which is funny because it's on the inside. So you have to enter a code to get out. What is this, an escape game? Here we are. Look it. Instructions unclear, stuck in the window. That's okay. Lurk time. Kiddo came home from homecoming. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dahlia. Gonna go check on her. I hope she feels better. Looks amazing. It looks pretty rad with the blood moon, especially looking outside. Yeah, we'll go to the top and go take a look. We'll go take a look from the top. Okie dokie. Stuck in the dryer. Help. Sorry, Tater. I can't find you. Tater. Yes, you can still do the Easter egg with the blood moon. You can. It doesn't look as good as you'd think it would. It really doesn't. Just personal opinion. I want a legit mansion map. I want the carnival. Oh, hello. What if you did the Point Hope challenge? That right again, it doesn't look as good as you think it would. I think there's many people that think that that's going to look real super cool with the green or the blue, whatever at the top, and the red. It doesn't. It doesn't look that great. Yeah. Somebody just fall down? Breaker. 19. Hello. Step on glass? No, that must have been in your house. I didn't step on anything. What's the objective for the Halloween badge? Well, yikes. Oof. The objective for the Halloween badge is collecting blood points. You collect blood points by going into specific maps. Oh. What did you... All right, you're there. Getting the ghost correct, doing side objectives, and taking photos of totems. Like this. When I take a photo of this, it'll disappear. Fiver. Now, you don't have to complete all of them. You just complete as much as you can that will contribute to a pool of blood points. When we collectively as a community have collected enough, we can move on to the next one. Yeah. Vile, if you think I'm going to remember things that are put in chat, you have lost your mind. But if you put the suggestion in Discord, I'd be more likely to remember. Don't have to play with people. No, not necessarily. No, we don't at all. You don't have to play with anybody. You know what? We're going to drop the flashlight. 70 already? Oh my goodness. All right, let's take you. Is the goal unknown? Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a goal number. We have a goal percent. There's a duck in here. Remember what I said? Fart and stream 6 months ago? God damn. It's okay, Sabrina. Just make sure to go to another room when you do that, okay? Timori? No. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Why are you always crouching? Did you go fast? Yeah, I go fast. Hello. All right. Don't take my book this time, okay? Love you. Sabrina. Thank you for the 3 months. Did you set it off twice? Forgot about the EMF 5. by 5 and dot. Wraith Oni. Wraith Oni. Raiju. Hey Shadow, I'm good. How are you? Why is it not Agorio? Because I saw the dots in person. Agorio, you can only see the dots whenever they're through a video camera. Get some salt. No, thank you. Kind of want to install red light bulbs. I mean, the closest thing I got is that guy back there. It's the closest thing I got. I think it's close enough. I think it's fine. Relaxing with the day. Excited to see what the event is like. Yeah, it's super cool, man. It is super fracking cool. Why am I crouching? Because standing is very just like, you know, everybody does it. Crouching is what the cool kids do these days, or so I've been told. So I've just been trying to follow the trends. All right. It's not going to be you. Not going to be you. It's going to be freezing, ghost orbs, or spirit box. So there's no sense in crouching. No, there's no sense in standing. Yeah, see, I can do this just fine, just like this. See? It's perfectly fine. While you're sitting up here like a goofball, trying to collect all your items from a standing position. Okay, land right that. I'm right here with them. Bam, bam, bam. See what I mean? I mean, you know. Who's really thinking ahead here? Don't you go faster standing? No. Gaming. Thank you, dude. What's up, boss? Motion sensor, escape, and cruise semi fix. Do I wonder about that, or do I wonder about these? I didn't see orbs, so it's probably not you. It's probably going to be one of you. I haven't tried Spirit Box yet, so I say the chances of it being that are up there. Don't need you. Take one of you. We're going to bring motion sensor to go ahead and knock that off. Bring... Nope. We'll come back for that in a minute. There we go. Why does it matter if he crouches or not? It's okay. Thank you, Tug. Appreciate it, man. Could test for the Wraith with salt. I could. I just want to use the equipment. Everything matters and nothing matters. Amen. You match my actual height? This is true. This is very true. Ghosty. Oh my. Where are you? Oh. Where are you? Oh, where are you? Well, Lottie, Uncle Tom Duck. Hey, can you walk over here now? Hello? Thank you. They're coming right for us. Look at it. Look it. Look it. They did change the text. Yes, they did. Hey, Zach, how are you? I haven't even turned the lights on down here yet. Thought it dropped the 29th. Nope, that's console. Nope. Today, Kinetic Partners have early access to Halloween. Tomorrow it comes out publicly for everyone that has it on Steam. And then on the 29th, it's available on console for everybody. Yeah. Wonder if the blood moon affects the Easter egg. It doesn't. Yeah. You're welcome to do it when it comes out, but it's really a waste of time, in my opinion. It's not. There's really nothing special. The red mixed together with the UV light, it's not that great. Yeah. Is the challenge event solo only? No. You can do solo or team. It doesn't matter to get blood points. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. Totally up to you, friend. Yeah. Does require internet connection though? Yes, this is true. Yeah, because you can't play online Phas anyway without internet connection, so that works. Wish there was a way to merge Steam account and future consoles. They might add something later down the road. I'm sure they're going to try to, like cross progression. Yeah. It's just by no means is it a focus. It's not a focus at all right now. Oh, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I meant to get the thing. Hello. Goodbye. Is there a badge? For which part, Duds? Spooky. Spooky. Two down. Don't know how many there are. Where's our little dot ghost? Hello? Wonder if they would ever make it on mobile. I would assume no. No, I feel like that would be a really trash experience. The amount of inputs and things you have to do that you'd be trying to do it on mobile, that'd be awful. Okay, you're cool, dude. Show up. Excuse you, is that an event? Yes. That's another ghost ball we never got hit by. That's not the first time that's happened. Nothing? Oh, that might have missed. I got it. We're good. Is there a badge for it? A badge for what? Liking the red. The red's pretty sweet. All right, Ghost has given up. Oh, you little jerk. Did you see that? How long does the Halloween event go on for? The Halloween event is going to be going on till roughly November 13th. Gotcha. Hi, Bruce. Yeah, my EMF was going off because it was a wraith that teleported to us while we were in the room with it. think that's it. I think we found them all. I think that's it. Will the blood moon be staying past the event? Yes. Yeah, I have a patch notes video that I already released that gives all the information, but they stated as long as we get through stage 3 of the event. Yeah. Oh, look at the view. Oh, yeah. That's right. We wanted to actually stay up there and look at it for a minute. Oh, yeah. Look at that. The light is red. Yeah. It has a red tint to it. Yeah. Fancy. I will forever be sad that we can't throw things off the top of this. Forever be sad. Yep. Wonder what the view would be with the Easter egg. Again, not worth it. People are really intrigued. What I could do, I mean, shit, I could probably go back through my VOD and find that view and just have it on ready to show people when they're asking. It's not that impressive. Meh. So many random noises. Besides me. Hey, I'll toss whatever I want out the side of the lighthouse. My party, I'll cry if I want to. Call me. No. We called Bruce. You son of a... Do you enjoy the same question over and over? I'm asking for a friend. Listen. I've explained this before. I can explain it again. That most of the time I don't mind something like that, because the way that I look at it is the person that's asking is the first time they've ever heard the response. So I never hold that against someone when they're asking a question. But when that question is literally 3 seconds or like 10 seconds earlier, and then I see the same question, I'm like, okay, we're just not listening to anything I'm saying. Okay, that's fine. Bruce, take him back. Wait, what did I do with Bruce? Oh, did I throw Bruce down? Sorry, I was reading chat and laughing. Did I throw... Where did... Oh, Bruce, I'm so sorry. Alyssa, hello. I threw him on the floor. I was just making sure that he knew where, where he stood in life. Shut up. There he is. You know what? You're a good boy. Fuck, I can't take a photo of you here. What if I... Hold on. Where can I take a photo? I can take a photo there. Can't take a photo there. All right. Is it possible to get him in the air? Hold on. What's this look like? No, it's like shark ass. I mean, I think no matter what, it's going to be shark ass. Oh. Got him. Nailed it. Boom. Look at that Bruce photo. Man's flying. Look at him go. Finally, proof of Bruce. Nailed it. Get me out. I'm not worried about a perfect game. It's fine. Got him. Hey, Busk, how's it going, dude? Rocket Shark. The next YouTube thumbnail. It's just that. It's only that. Hold on. Let me go look at the photo. Thank you, Sharky. Where's it at? Oh, it's down there. It's a little harder to see. Like, it looks like the purpose of the, like, there's a click here. It would be nice if you could click and it would zoom on each photo and then, like, you could go through each photo. Why? I don't know why that's not a thing. Oh, yeah, there he is. Good old Brucey boy. Brucey boy. Bruce should count as like 1,000,000 stars. Right now, this should say 0.1% because of Bruce. That's why. If only you could save photos. Technically, you can. They're unfortunately they're just not high quality. That's the issue. What time is it right now? The way that they take the photos and save them in the game. That's how they look. But there he is. There's our man. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Busk, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Finally, a photo of a flying Bruce. You win, Phasmo. It's so dark. Dramatic lighting. That's what it is. We're still not there. We have not reached 0.01%. But, ooh, I didn't even look at this. We got woodwind earlier. So there we go. There's the one. There's the one. Let's go back to Grafton. Will the progress go up today? Honestly, probably not. You have to think about how many people are playing today. It's not that many. Comparably to the number of people in the community, to the number of creators that have it right now, unlikely. Oh, the badge is permanent. I doubt they would give you a badge temporarily. All right, let's go back to our comfy, cozy nightmare. Yeah? Comfy, cozy nightmare at Grafton?
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
All right.
New reports of a
Let's go.
This must be the reason that the ghost was summoned here. Look, may be able to use it to your advantage.
Only during the event. But they're not event related. Those have nothing to do with the Halloween event. Nancy Douglas, capture a photo, rappel, and crucifix. All right. Yeah, the stuff, I think at this point, when you've already played, you've checked out all the maps, when you're playing now, you're playing like normal, because you're not checking out all the item, like all the extra decor that's on the outside and all that stuff. But you still got to be careful because your sanity drain is lower and all of that. Now, what you could do, you could do an apocalypse run. I'm sure Dave had to have done that already, right? Well, you can't get the apocalypse trophy like this. Because, well, not right now anyway. I hate it. According to Instant, the speed of the ghost for Blood Moon, 150 speed, stack for a total of 190 speed. That does not make sense. That doesn't sound right. These ghosts are not that fast. I could force a hunt with a normal ghost, and I don't think so. Here, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do this. We're going to leave and come back. That doesn't sound right. All All right, you're doing nothing. It's because you're a shade and you suck and we hate you.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Oh, you're saying, I think I see what you're saying. Oh, it's a Goryo. Oh, well, I hate that ghost. Oh, for Blood Moon did 150 speed custom. And then with the Blood Moon adding speed, it made the ghost even faster. I see what you're saying. That makes sense. Yeah. It would be interesting to hear that, though. It would definitely be interesting to hear it. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that. We want to do... Let's go to our custom. This one right here. We'll do preset, Apocalypse 3. I mean, I guess I don't even have to do that. Really, all I need to do is just take my other one and then make it where the ghost is 150 speed. Yeah. No, you're okay, Kyle. You're fine. Extreme, hello. Thank you for the 2 months. How are you? When is the update come out? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Actually, we could leave it kind of like this, and I could do lose items off. Because no matter what happens, right? And then player, we'll do sprinting on, player speed normal. Okay. And the ghosty should be 150 speed. Okay. So now we're going to go do that. Now you have to do it though on a Blood Moon to hear that extra speed. Can you do the Blood Moon with a friendly ghost? Yes, you can. Absolutely. Let's do Willow. All right, let's try it. Let's see. Let us see. Smudge, smudge. That. Now the flashlights are not working. I think the breaker's probably broken too. Shit. I probably should have done my 10-12 settings. F it. We're going to try it anyway. We'll see what happens. I hear it over there. I don't know, Sparkle. Ghost? Not Oni. Is this a yokai? Its eyes are glowing, yes. No, the update's not public till tomorrow. Kinetic partners have early access today. All right, I'm gonna fix the lighting stuff anyway. If I'm wrong, it doesn't matter because we're not getting points for this. We just want to hear the ghost speed. Might not have been close enough. I probably wasn't, but it doesn't matter. We're not making points for it, so it's fine.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Technically, we actually did because we got 10 Blood Moon points, so that did matter. Hey, oh. All right, let's do custom, adjust, contract. We want power on. So we can go in there and turn the lights on and see the ghosty. I guess, you know what I should do? I mean, F it, right? Ghost, and then grace period 2. There, that should be better. You never realized Coach's command? Yeah. She literally has merch that says that. I never fixed the flashlights, son of a bitch. We'll get there one of these days, Alice. One of these days. All right, let's go. Floor it. Everyone knows Jeff. What's up, dude? You've got some wheels. Holy shit. Oh my. The event's not on the 29th. The event is on the 28th and the console's on the 29th. Yeah. Yee. Yeah, I think people were a little confused as to which date was each thing because they're separate. Because you'd think they'd be together, but no, they separated them. What does she want? Oh. Okay, all good. Want me to preheat the oven? Hold, please. Ears. They're not real, they're fake. Oh, let's see. Holding. Hey, what's up, Tony? How are you? Well, it's gonna do it from here, but why is it being goofy? You're holding on loosely? That's okay. That's okay. We forgive you. It's fine. Are you preheating the oven from your phone? Maybe. Listen, bro. Get it together with technology, okay? It's a whirlpool. It has Wi-Fi availability. You might as well take advantage of it. I can preheat my home. Damn it. That's okay. I might have to go upstairs anyway because it's not working. Or it's just being goofy. It's not letting me set it the way I need to set it. Lazy? Just because you're not smart enough to figure out how to do that yourself doesn't make people lazy. Do you get up and turn your TV on, or do you use a remote control? I'll wait. Because if you use a remote control, that's really lazy. I have kids to do that. That's a fair response. I get up to pick up the remote off the inside of the couch that fell down. I got to pick it up. All right, I do need to go preheat the oven. So I'm going to turn on music real quick while you guys stare at the nice, beautiful red lights. All right, I will return. It'll be quick. Okay, we're good. We're back. Where were we? We were trying to see about ghosty speeds, yes? Yeah, feel free to unhold. Chair's optimistic. Wait, what did Chair say? You bastard. You're very fast, sir. My Lanta. Dude's got the wheels. Hey, you're really quick. Whoa. Not that. Damn it, Apocrypha. Ghost getting a speedy ticket. Sure is. All right, let's see. I don't know if that's normal speed or if that's super, super, super fast. Let's go with Goryo because we hate him. That'll work. Chair said the official, oh, is it Yurei? The official kinetic CCs will reach. You think so? I don't know. All right, so that's how fast that ghost was. Still got 2 blood points. A Yurei at that speed. Damn. Damn. That's speedy. That's speedy. Let's go to Edgefield. Hey, what's up, Don? Oh, a Thay would be insane. That'd be pretty cool to hear. It'd be kind of ridiculous, but like you almost want to... at some point, we might actually grind to do that because it'd be funny. We'll see. Jones, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Well, now we're all normal and stuff. I don't know if I like that. Deal with outline of sight, yeah. Ooh. Music box. What did you do? Oh, I see what you did. Not a mayor. It flipped a light switch on. No ultraviolet. Okay. Excuse you. Here, we'll put this right here. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Oh, can I get any more shadows? Good God. They don't end. So many shadow ghosts. So many. So many. Delaney, hello. How are you? Did it 8 to 4? Oh my. All right, let's take this. I have no idea what my sanity is because I forgot we're on Nightmare. Take one of those in there just in case. Ka-chow. Did homie have one eye? Oh shit. Where are you?
Taken away.
I bet you are. You might be taken away, but are you taken away? But how do you get the update early as a partner? It's like getting a beta code, a beta link. All right, let's take this, that. Yeah. Taken away. Interesting. Goodbye. So Spirit Box is it so far, right? Think that's it? As for the effects that the Blood Moon has, the only things that we are really aware of are your sanity drain goes up a decent amount. The ghost seems to event way more. Way more. They're super stinking active. I saw you. Will I make more videos on how to tell what the ghost is? I mean, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Hey, what's up, Mona? You're waiting for me on YouTube? Wait, waiting for me on YouTube? Wait, waiting for what? Oh, stupid doors. We gotta check the basement. Might be one down there. I'm watching. Oh, could be. Yeah. Could be. Well, welcome in. Good to have you. Hi, Cinna. Nothing? No writing stuffs? Okay. I run into another damn door. It opens in the opposite way. We've been waiting for you, Barbara. Nothing. Nada. Hello? Combination number 1. The doors. The door changes are destroying me. I'm going to go run from the ghost, and as I go to run from the ghost, I'm going to smack straight into the door. That's just how it goes. Yeah, Misty, hello. Oh my goodness gracious. What do you find coolest about the event so far? The look of the map. I like the look of the map. I like the adjustments with the red lights. It's super cool. It just makes it feel really different. It's super bright. Okay. You're not interacting with anything else, Holmes Slice. Is it technically here? I saw my breath, right? Did I just see my breath? Window knock. Oh, wait. It must be over there, yeah? Alright. Definitely no ultraviolet. Like the red on the ghost eyes, it's super cool. I like the different ghosties too. Here. Eat your food. Thank you for the lurk, Fear. Appreciate you, man. It's kind of glitched. Oh, I'm sorry. That's annoying. All right, no freezing yet. That's okay. Oh my. Oh, that's a cool color combo. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Look at that. Dude, straight vibes. Look. I dig. Get that out of here. I'm on it. Ghost, do you want to come be part of the photo? We're having fun. They aren't having it. To get early access, you have to be a Kinetic partner. Apply. Oh, yeet. Stranger Things vibes? A little bit. Will that count? Uh-huh. Thought I saw somewhere that a new map was happening. Not anywhere that I saw. They definitely never said one was. Level is this? Edgefield? Ghosty with the mosty, you're kind of messing with me here. So all we have is Sphere box. That's it. How do you become one? Do you make content for Phasmophobia? Oh my. Oh, I need a photo. Hey, I need a photo of you. You do? Where do you make content for it? How many smudges do I have? I right-clicked, you sneaky bitch! I waited and waited and waited, and I right-clicked. It must have been the same frame. Sad. Big sad. I never got another piece of freaking info. I don't know. Onryo? Sure. Damn, sad. Oh, I got mimicked! There was no orbs to be found anywhere. I call bull. There was no orbs anywhere. Hugs were given. Do you have a lighter? Yes. Yes, I absolutely did. There was a murder. Hey, you still got 9 blood points, though. That's what. This is what matters. This is what matters. Frickin' mimic. No, it wasn't mimicking a Dio. It would have slowed down. It would have slowed down if it would have gotten close to us. Yeah, so if there was no UV, then we should have had freezing orbs. Spirit box. There were no orbs. We checked for freezing. That wasn't there. Craziness. My favorite ghost offed us. That bastard. That bastard. Dutchman, how are you? Welcome in. Let me see. Apply. You never responded, friend. Out of spite of being my favorite? Yeah, that's son of a... Ever find out about the creepy radio program? Oh, the newer one that we heard? Apparently that's been in the game for... Since they did the radio changes to begin with. Yeah, apparently. And I think it's just really, really rare, and I just haven't gotten it till now. Yeah. So, crazy talk, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me double check and see where wifey is. Can a mimic change mid-hunt? No. No. It definitely cannot. Gamer Wolf, what are you doing? Oh, Fred, thank you for the subs. John, like a minute ago, Flash. Listen, we were duped. We were absolutely duped. Gamer Wolf, you beautiful bean. Finally feeling better. I'm glad. I'm glad. There's a lot of people that are getting hit by the sickness. It's honestly, it's been kind of crazy how many people I know that are sick right now. So please stay safe. Please, 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 please. Gaming Blondie, hello. Gaming Mama, I'm not a developer for the game. Like, I don't choose who's a partner. I am one of the partners. To become a Kinetic partner, there's applications you can fill out in the Discord. I can tell you right now what they're looking for. They're ideally looking for people that, if you stream on Twitch, are averaging anywhere between 100 and 150 viewers, closer to 150. If you make YouTube videos, they're looking for an average of 5,000 views a video. That doesn't mean that they're going to immediately deny everybody. It's just, this is the standard that they set. And then when somebody applies, they look at their content. Yeah. Just a matter of meeting the requirements. Right. Dutchman, thank you for the follow. Gamer Wolf, you're crazy, friend. Thank you so much. Looks beautiful. Doesn't the lobby look great? Do you like the event? I did. Well, I mean, I do. It's not stopping. The event is just ongoing. It's ongoing. Only average 1 to 4. Got to start somewhere. I mean, when I started streaming, I had a goal of streaming to 5 viewers. So, I mean, it's all about a starting point. Don't feel bad. What you need to not do is you need to not feel bad because you only have so many viewers. You need to be grateful for the viewers that you have. So that's giving respect to those that are showing up. Because by saying I only have this many viewers, that's like saying, well, the ones that show up, they really don't matter. I just care about the ones that are not there. So respect yourself, your viewers, and your journey. You've got to start somewhere to get to somewhere. So start at 0, get to 5. When you get to 5, try for 10. When you get to 10, go for 20. Set miniature goals. Stop looking at it as I need to reach the top of the mountain in the next 20 minutes or else I failed. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. There's no stopping point. There's no, I've reached this. Phew, it's over now. I'm good. Treat him like royalty. And you should. And you should. Remember the low viewer days? I'll always remember. Always. No, I turned off my viewer count ages ago. Now, there's people that will tell you, some will say they like having it on, and that's absolutely fine. If it motivates you to have it on, then have it on. I don't like to have it on because I don't want it to, I don't like it affecting the way that I'm streaming because I see the number and it makes me want to change. Some people like it because they can immediately see a drop and know, ooh, I just did something that people didn't enjoy. I'm going to stop doing that now. So it's like immediate feedback. There are pros and cons to everything. Find what works for you. Find what works for you. But yeah. TED Talk over. Okay. TED Talk over. The wife is almost home. The wife is almost home. I don't think we're going to get into another one today. But it is Sunday, which means that tomorrow we have more Faz. Tomorrow I'm going to be back again and we're going to do the weekly. And then after the weekly, get into some more shenanigans. I might reach out to a couple of friends and see what they're doing so I can do some multiplayer stuff. Unless I come up with ideas about this event and about everything going on. We'll see. Not sure yet. I have ads that are about to play, by the way. I have ads that are about to play. I've snoozed them as long as I could. As long as I could. So, if they play, I will wait for you. We're not going to go anywhere just yet. Yeah. How'd you change the font? I didn't, Finn. No. They changed the font. Phasmo did. They changed the font for better optimization. Vid, I'm good. How are you? Yep. If you check I have a patch notes video. You'll see the patch notes tomorrow that has all that jazz in it, but they changed the font. Yep. Yep. Fancy. Delaney, thank you. Thank you, Misty. Yeah, you're welcome, of course. What is the challenge about? Well, while we're in the midst of said ads, we can show you real quick. So this is the Blood Moon event right here. Here's your deets. Here's your dates. Bride, thank you for the 3 months. Hello. Identify the ghost, complete optional objectives, and photograph any totems that you find. As for what a totem is, it should be here on my photos in the truck. It should be. Yeah, these things. You're looking for these inside of the maps that have the Blood Moon on them. So Point Hope, Edgefield, Grafton, and Willow. There is no like, okay, you found them all. Now you're done with the event. That's not how this one works. This one is a continual goal that we are trying to reach as a community of Faz players. That includes the console players that are coming. One of the main friendos that helped me gain the courage to start streaming. Let's go. Oh, and Game Roll. Hell yeah, dude. Edward, that's awesome. Hell yeah. I'm glad. Good. Pull the trigger, man. Go for it. Go for it. Don't wait for shit to be perfect. Just go for it. You'll learn as you go. You'll figure it out. Is that a Glay? Oh my God, it's a Glay. Everybody, be on your best behavior. Glay's here. Yes, Faz will be cross-platform. Yes. Yes. So now, the way that this works, you gain blood points by completing these things. 10 points for identifying a ghost, 2 for each objective you do, and 1 for each totem you photograph. Those blood points get balanced to a percentage. That percentage needs to reach 100 for us to unlock the Blood Moon ID card. As a community, all of us. So the more that we play, the more blood points we get, the faster this goes. So if everybody just starts going ham sandwich on these maps right here, the faster we get all these goals. Once we complete that, we get the Blood Moon ID card. Once we complete that, we get the upgraded ID card. Once we get that, we get the Blood Moon trophy and the the Blood Moon weather post event, meaning that we get that weather forever as a custom. Sorry, Flash, I can't contribute. Rafa, we will do it for you. We will do it for you. Do you think there'd be more points in multiplayer games since the points are ×4? I would assume no. My thought would be that you get it done faster with more people, but you don't get more points because more people are in there. It's still only so many points for the totem pictures and the objectives being done and the ghost. Honestly, it's probably more productive to do a small map like this, 4 people doing it by themselves, because you have the opportunity to get like 20 some odd points each instead of as one unit. Yeah. The new font's clean. It's cool. It's just, it catches you off guard. And yeah, I'm gonna have to redo my voting map now. We're gonna have to redo the voting map. Halloween update live for everyone tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, Gamerwolf. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow. So today's the 27th. It's gonna be available for everybody on the 28th, starting at around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can convert that for your time, whatever that may be. And then console will be released on the following day, on the 29th. I don't know about what time for console. I have no idea. For the old one, it's a matter of getting used to it. I think so too, Dawn. We've said the same thing. Like, looking at some of these things, with it being italic, a little bit italic, it catches you off guard, but I think you'll get used to it. Yeah. You like Phas gets repetitive? Yeah, you just got to change it up, man. You got to keep it interesting. Whenever the UI changes, people with custom overlays are luckily, mine's not that intense. Mine's not that crazy. I probably need to redo mine anyway. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Let's go find someone to raid. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today, man. Appreciate your friends. Let's go find someone to raid. Oh, I'm in the truck. I've totally forgot. Here, we'll do this view instead. Is there a video that covers how to identify the ghost based on hunting speed, behavior, interactions? It's that's a collection of videos. It's not just one. Yeah, lots of people do. I have a bunch of videos. A bunch of friends have videos about it. Yeah. Slayer, thank you for the prime. Songs of Bop. Isn't this a good song? Isn't this good? I dig it too. But yes. We're going to be live tomorrow. We have the weekly, which I assume the weekly is going to be probably not on one of the Blood Moon maps. I don't remember what the weekly is for next week. I don't remember. I dothn't remember. You're welcome, Valkyrie, by the way. You're welcome, friend. Change the font for localization, so I'd put up with the change font if more languages are added. Yeah, agreed. No evidence. Ooh. It's that house with the equipment. On Grafton. Oh, really? Oh, does that mean that we have to do the weekly during the Halloween event? Yes, Sparkle. Yes. Yes, it should be. Your face is Grafton. You shut your lips, Pop Smurf. Come over there and show you what for. Yes? Okay. Thank you. Jerkhole. For what? You heard me. I'll say it again. Broken Tangent. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Takeaways internet again. I will. I'll come over there. I'll cut your little cable. You won't know what to do with yourself. Wow. People are getting excited. Maintain low tones. Sorry, Glay. I'm sorry. Guys, if you're not in the Discord and you're new here, there's the Discord, there's the socials. I always update the Discord when it comes to stream times and YouTube videos. And if I get any information, I'll post some of the screenshots that I've gotten today. I'll post them in there in the Phasmo channel, probably. Yeah. And then, yes, we are. I have family coming over for Din. Yeah. For Din. Does Papa Smurf always set the tone? Yeah. He's diabolical. This is true. Got the Halloween merch in the mail last week and haven't taken the hoodie off. That's awesome. Edward, I love it, man. The merch is so comfortable. It's so comfy. Andrea, what's up, dude? What's for Din Din? We're having lasagna. Yeah, my wife got a recipe from her family for a good lasagna. Oh. Apparently everybody is having lasagna. Listen, I'll be maniacal as long as you're diabolical. I don't know what Glay is. Maybe he's like methodical. I don't know. I got nothing. Holiday merch next. We talked about that. We made a joke about possibly doing some Thanksgiving merch. It's probably not. I'm probably not going to do that. Yeah. Probably not going to happen. Just a real quick me drawing a turkey and then putting my face on it. Stuffing BJ. No, shut your lips. Hey, son, welcome in. Disgusting. Disgusting. One of those hand turkey. Oh, there we go. It's the hand turkey. I know what you're talking about from school. That'd actually be really funny. I like that idea. The more I hear about it. Join thine Discord. It has recently changed. I've recently updated the Discord, added a few bots, a few things and stuff. Yeah. Riding a majestic turkey with a C4 trigger and EMF reader being chased by Pam crawling. It would, oh damn, that would like add like all the games. A hand turkey with my head on the thumb. Doing this face. Right, we are gonna go. I'd purchase. I mean, come on, it would be pretty damn funny. Got here as we end. Oh no. It's okay, friend. It is okay. So we have tomorrow and Wednesday for the last stream days for the month. I'm doing Phas on both days, obviously, because of the updates and console and all that jazz. We'll see what I'm doing after the weekly tomorrow and then Wednesday. I'll come up with a plan. I will come up with a plan. Still undecided about the Halloween costume. I don't know if I'm streaming on for Halloween. I don't know yet. I have a costume that I'm wearing for work and for possibly through the neighborhood. But I don't know if I'm wearing it on stream yet. I'm not sure. Wear it a day early. I mean, listen, if I'm doing a Halloween stream that's a little bit early, I probably would. You're lame. Roxy? Damn, dude. Making my tail for my costume right now. Hey, there you go. You're the best? Okay. Okay. Be jealous? Maybe I am. Shut up. Maybe I am. Shut your lips. Okay. Let's get raid messages. I got stuff to do. We got things to do. All right, there's the follower, there's the sub. If you're tier 3, that one's for you. We are going to go say hi to a friend. Thank you guys so much for being here for either the one stream or the both streams, whichever. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Much loves always, friends. We're going to go say hi to a friend who's playing some Phasmers right now. Where are we going? We're going to go say hi to Moon Bunny. Moon Bunny's playing with some friends. So we're going to go say hi to Moon Bunny. Moon heckin' Bunny. That's right. All right. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. Much love, friends, always. Is it a bunny? Yeah, the Moon Bunny. She's pretty great. She's pretty great. Enjoy the lasagna and the fam time. Thank you. I appreciate it. We have two. The possibility is still there for the 2 12-hour streams back to back in November, if that happens. It's a possibility. It's unlikely, but it still exists. So we have 2 more streams for that to possibly happen. If that does, we will have viewer games on both days. Gonna watch the VOD after the raid. Yeah, no worries, friend. Yeah, you're good. They're up. I'm posting videos as we go. I have the patch notes video up. I've got the lobby video up, and then I'm gonna post a video of like all the maps in one video, basically. Oven's still running. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. All right, but you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. We're gonna go say hi to Moon Bunny. You guys have an awesome rest of your evening, and then I will see you tomorrow for the weekly, and then more Phas shenanigans. Hopefully, I'll be playing the Blood Moon maps with friends. That's the plan. All right, guys, let's go say hi to Moon. Much love. Bye. See ya.